Nearly 30 years ago, Konami gave us two of the greatest JRPGs ever made, Suikoden and Suikoden 2. Now in 2025, they've been reborn as the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune and Dunan Unification Wars. And it's complicated. Let's get this out of the way. The games themselves, still phenomenal. The Suikoden series blends political war stories, supernatural drama, and a legendary cast of 108 recruitable heroes. You build armies, you duel intense one-on-one standoffs, you lead large-scale tactical battles, and in between, you build your own castle, a living hub that evolves as you grow your forces. That's pure magic and it still hits just as hard today. So, what's the problem? The remaster is painfully safe. It does just enough to call itself HD, but not enough to elevate these games for a new generation. There's no real modernization of menus, no meaningful tweaks to systems that were clunky even back in the 90s, and far too many missed opportunities. Let's break it down, visuals first. The sprite work is still gorgeous. Suikoden 1 especially benefits from sharper characters and redrawn backgrounds, though it still looks flatter and more sterile than its sequel. Suikoden 2 absolutely glows in places with dynamic lighting, atmospheric effects, and beautifully detailed battlegrounds. The upgraded spell animations and cinematic flourishes add flair without overwhelming the old school charm. But then you look closer, and it's clear this is no Final Fantasy Pixel remaster or HD 2D makeover. The upgrade feels inconsistent, especially in Suikoden 1, where interior spaces often look weirdly barren or too crisp, like a mobile port that forgot to add soul. Soundtrack still legendary. Miki Higashino's compositions are as stirring and emotional as ever, and the inclusion of a music gallery is a nice touch. Shame there's no concept art or development bonuses in the gallery though. Gameplay-wise, the remaster changes almost nothing. You get a speed toggle in battles and difficulty modes, finally easy, normal, and hard. That's something. There's also a handy log that lets you track past dialogue and save notes, which is super welcome in RPGs like this. But the old UI problems still here. Suikoden 1's inventory and equipment management are exactly as frustrating as they were in 1995. Want to equip a new piece of armor? Get ready to shuffle menus like it's your job. Save systems are also stuck in the past, no save anywhere, just sparse save points and a useless autosave. That's unacceptable for a 2025 release, especially for a pair of games this beloved. And yet, they still shine. The stories of Tyr McDowell and Ryu are both timeless and deeply human. The betrayals, the tragedies, the moments of quiet between battles, they resonate. Whether you're recruiting a sarcastic vampire, a noble knight, or a squirrel with a headband, Suikoden pulls you in with warmth and wonder. And the villains, iconic. Especially Suikoden 2's Luca Blight, one of the most terrifying and memorable antagonists in RPG history. His story alone is worth the price of admission. Combat is a mix of standard turn-based battles, high-stakes duels, and large-scale strategy fights that add variety and tension. Some systems are simple, even outdated, but they're still satisfying, especially when you build a team of your favorite allies and see their unique Unite attacks in action. And the base building? Still one of the most satisfying mechanics in RPGs. Watching your rundown fortress slowly fill with new shops, allies, and storylines as you gather the 108 stars of destiny is addicting in the best way. But here's the bottom line. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster is a decent tribute, but not the love letter these games deserved. Konami played it too safe. This remaster doesn't reach the heights of Square Enix's re-releases or the polish of modern classics. There's no real extra content, no big quality of life upgrades, and many features feel pulled straight from the 2006 PSP port with minimal effort to go further. Still, for newcomers who've never played these games, you're in for a treat. And for veterans, this is a decent excuse to revisit old favorites, but you'll likely be left wishing for more. At the end of the day, Suikoden 1 and 2 still rule the genre, even in a remaster that barely tries. But man, imagine what this could have been. If you're a fan of classic RPGs, base building, or character-driven war stories, you owe it to yourself to play these games. Just don't expect a modern overhaul. And maybe, just maybe, this revival means Suikoden 6 isn't just a dream. If you enjoyed this review, hit that subscribe button and join us here on Veteran Game, where classic games, honest reviews, and nostalgic deep dives are always on the menu.